Welcome to Cozy Noah Vibes, where we unwind, relax, and drift off into peaceful slumber. I'm Noah, your host for tonight. Thank you for joining us on this tranquil evening. Tonight, we're journeying to the enchanting city of Venice for a romantic first date between two young souls, Rose and Luca. This story, written by Jessica Doan and narrated by me, Noah, will take you through the magical canals and vibrant streets of Venice. Before we begin, make sure you're comfortable, nestled in your bed, and ready to relax. Take a few deep breaths, allowing yourself to become present and grounded in this moment. As we embark on this journey, any tension you may be holding on to will slowly melt away, allowing your mind and body to unwind completely. Imagine holding a delicate, tangled ball of yarn in your hand. This yarn represents the thoughts and concerns that have been swirling in your mind. Now, gently place this ball of yarn on the floor and find the loose end. Pressing down on the tip with one finger, begin to push the ball away from you. As you do, watch as it unravels, gradually elongating into a straight line, and imagine the same happening to your thoughts. The weight and chaos of the day are unfurling and leaving you with a feeling of lightness and calm. With your mind now clear and at ease, let's begin our journey into the heart of Venice. Rose, a young woman full of wonder, is visiting Venice for the first time. The day has been filled with new experiences and excitement, and now, as the evening draws near, she is preparing for a date with Luca, a handsome local she met earlier in the day. The story begins in Rose's hostel room, where her friend Alice is helping her with the final touches to her hair. Rose is deep in thought, replaying the serendipitous moment from that morning when she quite literally stumbled into Luca's arms. She had been walking through a bustling street market when she tripped over a loose cobblestone and found herself caught by Luca, a man with dark hair and striking emerald green eyes. From that very moment, the world seemed to fade away, leaving just the two of them. Luca, charming and attentive, had lingered after helping her, and much to Rose's surprise and delight, he asked her out on a date right then and there. Without hesitation, Rose agreed, and now, just hours later, she's preparing to meet him again for what promises to be an unforgettable evening. Alice, who has been by Rose's side throughout their trip, is just as excited for her friend. They laugh together as they sift through Rose's limited wardrobe, trying to find the perfect outfit. Rose decides on a simple yet elegant teal silk dress that complements her blonde hair and brown eyes. It's a dress she almost left behind, but is now so glad she brought. The hostel room is filled with the warm light of the setting sun as Rose finishes getting ready. Alice, always the voice of reason, reminds her to wear comfortable shoes, knowing that Venice is a city best explored on foot. Rose opts for a pair of gold sandals that are both stylish and practical, perfect for a night of wandering through Venice's narrow streets and over its many bridges. With a final check in the mirror, Rose is ready. She hugs Alice, thanking her for the support, and with a flutter of excitement, she heads out the door, descending the stairs. Rose feels a mix of nervous anticipation and excitement. As she steps out onto the street, the air is filled with the scent of fresh flowers and the distant sound of lapping water. The hostel is located near the historic Rialto Market, a vibrant area full of life during the day, but now, as the evening sets in, it has quieted down, offering a more intimate atmosphere. Rose's heart skips a beat as she spots Luca standing near the entrance, holding a bouquet of red and pink roses. He looks dashing in his well-fitted suit, and as their eyes meet, a smile spreads across both their faces. Luca steps forward and presents the bouquet to Rose, who takes a moment to breathe in the sweet fragrance before thanking him with a shy smile. As they begin to walk, Luca offers his arm to Rose, and together, they set off down the cobblestone streets. The sky is painted in shades of pink and orange, reflecting off the canals and casting a warm glow over the city. As they stroll, Luca begins to share stories about Venice, his voice smooth and melodic, like music to Rose's ears. He tells her that Venice is built on over 100 small islands, all interconnected by a network of canals and bridges. The Grand Canal, the main waterway, winds through the city in a graceful S shape, its deep blue waters contrasting with the red-tiled rooftops of the surrounding buildings. Luca explains that Venice is a city unlike any other, where the primary mode of transportation is by water. He points out the gondolas, with their sleek black bodies and delicately curved prows, which are iconic symbols of the city. Rose listens intently, captivated by his words and the beauty of their surroundings. As they walk, the aroma of freshly cooked Italian food wafts through the air, mingling with the scent of the flowers Luca gave her. The sun is beginning to set, casting a golden hue over the ancient buildings and creating a magical atmosphere. Luca leads Rose through a maze of narrow streets, past grand churches and towering merchant houses. The architecture of Venice is like nothing Rose has ever seen. Ornate, historic, and full of character. Every corner they turn reveals another stunning view, another piece of history preserved in time. As they approach the Rialto Bridge, one of the most famous landmarks in Venice, Rose is struck by its grandeur. The bridge, with its graceful arches and intricate details, spans the Grand Canal and offers a breathtaking view of the water below. Luca tells her the history of the bridge, how it was originally made of wood, but was later rebuilt in stone during the 16th century. The bridge has stood the test of time, much like the city itself. They climb the steps to the top of the bridge, where they stop to take in the view. Below them, the Grand Canal is alive with activity. Gondolas glide through the water. Vapor TTI water buses ferry passengers from one side of the city to the other, and the lights of the buildings reflect off the surface of the water, creating a mesmerizing display. Rose leans against the railing, her heart swelling with the beauty of the moment. Luca stands beside her, their shoulders brushing as they gaze out over the canal. The sun has dipped below the horizon, leaving behind a sky filled with stars. The city is bathed in a soft, golden light, and the sounds of Venice at night, soft music, laughter, the gentle splash of oars in the water fill the air. Luca breaks the silence, suggesting they take a photo to capture the memory. Rose agrees, and they ask a passerby to take their picture. As the camera clicks, Luca slips his arm around Rose's shoulders, and they both smile, their faces glowing with happiness. With the photo taken, they continue their walk, descending the steps of the Rialto Bridge and making their way towards a charming little restaurant that Luca has reserved for the evening. The restaurant is tucked away on a quiet street with a view of the canal, and Luca assures Rose that it's one of the best in the city. They are greeted by a friendly waiter who seats them at a table by the window, where they can watch the gondolas drift by as they dine. The menu is filled with delicious options, and Luca helps Rose choose a selection of Venetian specialties. As they enjoy their meal, the conversation flows easily, and Rose finds herself laughing and smiling more than she has in a long time. The night continues to unfold like a dream. After dinner, Luca surprises Rose with a gondola ride, just as he had promised. They board the sleek black boat, and as they glide through the canals, the gondolier sings softly, his voice echoing off the ancient stone walls. The city takes on a different character at night, quieter, more intimate, and infinitely more romantic. The moon casts a silvery light over the water, and the only sound is the gentle lapping of the waves against the gondola. Rose leans back, closing her eyes and letting the tranquility of the moment wash over her. She feels safe and content, wrapped in the warmth of Luca's presence. As the gondola drifts through the canals, Rose finds herself thinking about how fortunate she is to be here, in this magical city, with someone as kind and charming as Luca. The night has been perfect in every way, and she knows that it's one she will remember for the rest of her life. Eventually, the gondola returns to the dock, and Luca helps Rose out of the boat. They walk back to her hostel, the night air cool and refreshing after the warmth of the day. As they reach the hostel door, Luca turns to Rose, his eyes shining in the moonlight. He thanks her for a wonderful evening and tells her that he hopes they can do it again sometime. Rose smiles, feeling a blush rise in her cheeks. She thanks him in return, and with a final, lingering glance, she steps inside the hostel, her heart still fluttering from the night's events. As she climbs the stairs to her room, Rose feels a deep sense of contentment. The date was everything she had hoped for and more, and as she slips into bed, she knows that she will dream of Venice tonight, of its canals, its bridges, and the magical night she spent with Luca. With that, our story comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed your time in Venice with Rose and Luca. Now, as you drift off to sleep, let the memories of this enchanting city fill your dreams with warmth and tranquility. Thank you for listening to Cozy Noah Vibes. Until next time, good night.